Right, so after a few weeks of me trying to just put up with this, you can see the foam has started to come away. I've just peeled it back and just gone down to the carbon boom. I finally just got to the point where I'm going to have to repair it. The boom itself is 3 years old, so it's not like it's happened very quickly. It's actually where it's my backhand, and where I've been doing a lot of very hard upwind work recently. I've been gripping hard, and it's just rumpled it, and it's peeled it away. Originally it also went on the front. It just peeled away from the seam, so I glued it, which has been fine. But what's happened is recently the glue has gone really hard, and it now just digs in my fingers. So I just thought today I'm going to repair it. I've been recommended a simple way of fixing this, which I'm going to sort of show. I think the hard thing is going to be getting all this foam off, so that's what I'm going to do today. Do this off and get this boom hopefully back to almost new. Right, so the stuff I bought isn't actually quite long enough, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take off the blue stuff. I'm just going to actually just overlap it slightly, just so that it forms a seal. So I'm going to cut around this this little area between the blue and the black, and I'm just going to peel all of this off and get it down to the carbon boom, and then I'm actually going to replace the foam. So yeah, that's the job for today. Going to use a Stanley knife just to cut through, just do little slices to peel it away. May have to use a little bit of acetone to get rid of some of this. It seems to be coming off reasonably okay, but it just comes off in little pieces. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So we'll time lapse it just for this little bit, and yeah, we'll see how long it takes. Right, so I found probably the easiest way of doing it is use the heat gun and find the seam, give it a good 5 to 10 seconds and by the seam, and then let it sit for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then it should start to peel off reasonably easy. Just be really careful because the boom gets really hot and it stays hot for ages, so obviously your fingertips are going to get quite going to be possibility of getting burnt, so just be careful of that. It is really the only way of doing it I've found. I've tried scraping it and peeling it little bits, but this seems to be the easiest way. So now let it just sit for 10 to 15 seconds, let that heat move through the old foam, and what that's doing is it's sort of softening up the glue, and then you'll find that it should start to lift off a little bit easier, so you can just start to peel it like that. That's what I found actually is the easiest thing to do, so it's you get much bigger sort of areas of it coming off. And as you can see there, that's coming away quite nicely, but this gets really hot, so you just got to be quite careful with your fingertips. What I found is quite useful is if you have a little bit of ice or water just here, you can cool your fingertips down and carry on doing it. So you can see there that's actually starting to peel off quite nicely. And then what we're going to do is, once we've got it all off, we're going to acetone to try and get the glue off, just get rid of the lumps and bumps. I've left a little bit on the end here just because I want an overlap. Obviously that's not a problem. I could have just put the new stuff over the top, but it would have made the grip wider, and I'm used to the width of it and how that works, so that's how that's going. So yeah, we're nearly there. Alright, so basically get the acetone onto a cloth, give it a good soaking on the glue, and then once you've left it for a couple of minutes, you can just give it a really good rub, and the glue itself will actually just rub off. Which is a good way of doing it without damaging. Obviously, if this is a carbon boom, you don't want to be scraping it with anything, but you can see just by soaking it in with the acetone and then rubbing it, it will actually start to peel away just with a cloth. So you can see that's actually coming up quite nicely. It's time consuming, but it's better to get it all off rather than have lumps and bumps all over your boom. Alright, so there you can see it's all nicely cleaned off. There's no glue left on it. That's what took ages. Acetate did actually do quite well with it. So there you go, that's all nice and clean. So what we're going to do now is we're going to prepare, this is basically what they use to recover fishing rods. It's a shrink wrap. So it's got a little bit of grip on it, it's quite thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some like carpet glue on the boom. Then I'm going to put this over the top and fit it, and then I'm going to heat shrink it. So this doesn't believe any glue in it, so if I obviously keep twisting, it's going to just twist it on the boom. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue to stick it, and then see how that works. So yeah, it should be better than what I had before. There you go. So I've got some spray adhesive. That's the sort of thing you use on carpets. So that's basically what I'm going to use. I'm going to spray the boom. Once that's sprayed, I'll get the thing on as quick as I can, and then we'll see if we can heat shrink it and get it stick. Right, so we've got the heat shrink on now, so we're going to glue it together and shrink it, and we're hoping that the glue will set underneath it and stop it from then moving around. Right, so there we go, all finished, looking good. So it's got glue underneath it. That's going to go off, let it set, so that should stop it from twisting. What I was worried about is when I'm gripping it, this would twist and fold and then split, but there you can see, so that's actually not bad. So this basically cost me about $10 from Amazon. I could have got longer, but I didn't want to go all the way length, so that was a good amount for it. What you're going to need for this is a heat gun, a Stanley knife, some acetone and a cloth, and about 2 hours of your time. That's what it's taken me to get this all the way to finished from start. It's just sitting there peeling away all of this stuff, and then once you've got that off, you then have to get all the glue off, which takes forever to go. So the acetone is the way to do that, just breaking it down slowly and then getting rid of it. But that's the job. So that's going to have many more years to go. Alright, so the next thing is to try and replace trying to fix my windsurf boom using the same technique. And you can see that basically the boom is pretty much the same size. So the issue would be trying to get the new material over these fittings. So it may be a case of having to try and stretch that over, but they do this in different sizes. This does actually come in slightly bigger sizes, so you might be able to get it over and then shrink wrap it on. Yeah, so it's certainly a lot easier than sticking it on with the glue. That this normally sort of comes in a sheet and you sort of put it on with a seam. So yeah, that could be a good fix for a windsurf boom.